Good wishes. I am Lord Halcyon of the Summer Empire. I can honestly say that we are startled at your presence. It has been, well, generations since we saw another. We have been the crossing keepers for longer than we expected. When our replacements arrive, our lives will be our own again. The keepers will come bearing the ampulla of the High Court. It is the symbol of their office. Without it, we cannot be sure they are who they claim to be. For many years, I did not know what to make of my winter cousin. We remained on our opposite sides of this cavern. And although my allegiance is to my king, we developed a comradeship. He is me in many respects, for summer and winter fae are the same. It is not my place to comment on the Great Cycle's order, only to obey it, but the balance has been in favor of the winter fae for too long. I do not know why the new keepers have not arrived, but I feel, through my connection to the land, that there is something wrong. We must divert the flow of magic, for it is the summer fae's time to rise, and we will not be denied. It is our responsibility to protect and guide the energy's progress. We ensure no one diverts its flow, and no one ever has. Fare you well.
This life offers two choices. Fight or die. Those who choose to live face conflict. It is the natural balance of this world. The weeds preclude the flower's bud. The spider's web arrests the fly. The water carves the rock. In the dry wastes of the Tyr, in the land known as Ulcerund, the House of Valar became the home of this primal force.
Have a rest, lass. Always open for business. This when the road is your market. If you need another...
out in the sands. The Horde of Fae is blocking the road towards the Canyon Hill mine.
You look well armed. Aren't you hear about the Krulak? We have a vicious one on our hands. It's about the desert, killing any workers it can catch. How in blazes it developed a taste for gnome flesh, only that damn thing knows. Confound it. Between the Canyon Hill incident and that beast, our schedule's ground to a halt. You got the picture. Don't know how the damned old thing got a taste for him, but once it gets an idea, there's no stopping it. We've put a price on its hide, but who'd be crazy enough to earn it? Well, you sure? All right, it's your funeral. You should speak to Edgar Aaron of Aaron Excavations. He'll know how to find Bloodbane. Edgar's lived in the Hollowlands longer than any of us. Speak to Edgar Aaron of Aaron's Excavations. He's been in the Hollowlands longer than... I'll warn you, though, Edgar's bitter about Motus luring away his workers. He probably finds the situation ironic now that Bloodbane is attacking June. They were the first mining operation here in the Hollowlands. Foreman by the name of Edgar Aaron. When Motus moved in, they waved bags of gold in the faces of Aaron's workers. The next day, they all jumped ship. We don't know where it got a taste for the gnome miners, but it's been terrorizing the Dunehead mine. Motus is offering a considerable bounty for its demise. I've heard bizarre tales about those caves. The workers swear they've seen ghastly men, ravaged by some plague or foul magic, pacing round the end. We don't have separate rooms, but we've got beds upstairs. It'll cost you, though. We're the closest thing to an inn for leagues around. Are you enjoying your stay? Those beds aren't luxurious. I've heard the rumors. They might be saints or bastards, but they've coin to spare, and that's enough for me. Know it as well as my own calloused hand. That's why they pay me good gold to sit here. You won't find much on the surface here, but trapped below is the salvation of Odessa's future. We've the raw materials under our feet to equip entire armies, and that's why you'll find Motus Mining and, such as it is, Aaron Excavations digging here. He's the foreman of the other mine here. He knows a thing or two about the Hollowlands. He ran Aaron Excavations until Motus hired his workers out from under him. It's tough, but that's business. I'm not sure. Once word got out that Edgar Aaron had found this mineral-rich site, Motus rushed to get an operation set up here. I'm all the muscle they bothered to send. I'm the lone guard Motus hired to protect this place. They've given me a chief of security title, but that means nothing when I've got no men to command. Now we've got a Krudok that's more than a match for a small army. I know better than to go out there alone. No one knows what's at the top of Cloudcrest, but that don't stop folks speculating. I've heard the first Fae set foot in Amalur came from there. That'd explain why there are so many of them in Detir. Aaron Excavations? They're the other mining operation in the especially since Motus wooed all of Aaron's miners with much higher wages. Canyon Hill is up the eastern ledge. That's the one that spooked the miners. You look like you can take care of yourself.
Flourish in
But
such
should
a
be
warm
careful out there.
environment.
do for you?
I'm warning you, there are terrible Fae along the path to the mine. Horrible Fae! Horrible Fae! I got 10 paces up the slope when they accosted me, just like the miners said. What's a scholar to do against hordes of vicious beasts? One of those boggarts, oh, it shook its fist at me. Yes, and find out what's wrong. Now that I've found it, and have no desire to investigate further. There were boggarts, lots of boggarts. And I think I saw a thresh. I was rather too busy running to note the particulars. Well, if you were willing to go first, I would have no objection to trailing behind at a safe distance. Where a cadre of Fae await, it's a place of mystery and scholar of mineral. I don't care why they're lead the way. Up the slope we go. There they are. Dispatch them before they attack me.
I watch them day by day, their foolish, meddling scampering to separate one piece of earth from a slightly different piece of earth. Fae know that the land will endure, will heal any wounds mortals can inflict. But I worry that these wounds may be long to heal. I cannot act, I am bound by our beliefs. But an agent of change could cauterize these wounds by making the century plants bloom. Oh, I cannot make them bloom, not now. When the time is right, one Fae whisper will do. You mortals are not bound as we are. You can grow such things out of season. You wouldn't know with these little mortals here. But these lands are a Fae place, and Fae places need refreshing from time to time. The blooming of the century plants is the fastest route of recovery. The century plants have deep ties to the pulse and marrow of the land. Their breath wakens the desert, causes the rocks to stir and grow. A friend of the sands. You'll do what needs doing. You will need petrichor. Here is a skinful I have gathered. But first, you must ready the plant with fire. Only after fire will they drink the petrichor. There are 3 century plants in this land just now. Make all 3 bloom, and all will be well. For each of the 3 upon the sands, scorch it with fire, then slake it with the petrichor I gave you. Have you met her? Fair and dark as the night itself. She will sleep until my time is past. Then I will lie down and dream while she walks the sands. I shepherd the surface. I await the little mortals, you mean? The little mortals, you mean? The smell of the earth after rain. I have gathered it over years in that skin. Now I alone. Normally they blossom only every 100 years. The land stirs and wakens, and what was worn away rejuvenates. Farewell.
In ancient times, the desert had no shade. The sun burned the land to ruin. The rivers disappeared, and the animals hid underground. The people cried to Helios for mercy, but he didn't answer their prayers. As the plants withered in the heat, the hollow lands echoed with the crackle of fires.
There's no work here for you, stranger. Check with Motus if you're looking for a job. You'll not find one with us. Catstan sent you my way, did he? Yes, I'm familiar with old Bloodbane. This Croddock is extremely protective of a particular pack of brownies. The surest way to draw it out of hiding is to attack those brownies. They help Bloodbane hunt, you see. I'll mark their territory on your map for you. Good luck. No one's been able to best the creature yet, and it would be unfortunate if you didn't make it back. I've lived... Mark my word. I thought I'd... Not sure what I'll do now that Motus... Once they got settled, they offered... And the miserable bastards of the...